Good morning, children. In today's class, we will learn how to solve the chemical equations. Okay, when they are given in the form of statements. Okay, let us do this with examples. See here, translate the following statement into chemical equations and then balance them. Okay, see, first one is hydrogen gas combines with nitrogen to form ammonia. Okay, to solve the chemical equations, we should know the chemical formula of the reactants and products. So better, children, you make list of chemicals like this. Okay, see here I have made some list of chemicals. See here, bromine gas, chlorine gas, like this. You have categorized, okay, chemicals into different classes like this. Okay, see here I have written bromides. Okay, bromide compounds, aluminum bromide, ammonium bromide, barium bromide, like this. Here iodides, iodine compounds. Okay, fluorides. Here I have written acids separately: acetic acid, carbonic acid, hydrochloric acid, hydrocyanic acid, hydrofluoric acid, hydroiodic acid, nitric acid, sulfuric acid, sulfurous acid. Also I have written here the chemical formula. Here also hydroxides: ammonium hydroxide, aluminum hydroxide, magnesium hydroxide, sodium hydroxide. Also in this column I have written the chemical formula. See here I have written carbonates: ammonium carbonate, calcium carbonate. Okay, like this. You can add some more if you are, whenever you are solving the chemical equations. If you get some more chemical compounds, means you can add here. See here, phosphates and carbonates. Here sulfates, aluminium sulfate, ammonium sulfate, barium sulfate. Also here I have written the chemical formula of these compounds. Here oxides: aluminium oxide, magnesium oxide, okay, lead oxide. Here also see here nitrates: ammonium nitrate, calcium nitrate, potassium nitrate, sodium nitrate, silver nitrate, zinc nitrate, and their chemical formulas. Here also I have listed the chloride compounds. Okay, aluminum chloride, barium chloride, lead chloride, potassium chloride, sodium chloride, copper chloride. Okay, so better you make list of chemicals like this, and in front of the name of the chemical compound you write the chemical formula of the compound. Whenever you are free, go through these tables so that you can remember the chemical formula of the reactants and chemical formula of the compounds. In our higher classes we will learn how to write the chemical formula. Okay, so see the first problem. Hydrogen gas combines with nitrogen to form ammonia. Okay, what is the chemical formula of hydrogen? H2. Okay, it combines with, so it combines with nitrogen. What is the chemical formula of nitrogen? N2. Okay, so since here they have mentioned combines, therefore I have written positive sign, okay, between hydrogen and nitrogen gases. Okay, so already they have mentioned hydrogen gas combines with the nitrogen gas to form ammonia. What is the chemical formula of ammonia? That is NH3. It is the chemical formula of ammonia. Okay, now we have written the chemical equation. It is a liquid. Okay, chemical equation for this reaction. Now we have to balance the chemical equation. Okay, see here in reactant side 2 nitrogen atoms are there, but in product side only 1 nitrogen atom is there. So here we have to multiply 2 so that here number of nitrogen in reactants and products becomes equal. Okay, now we have balanced the nitrogen, but here number of hydrogen atoms are imbalanced. See here, in reactants 2 hydrogen atoms are present, but in product side 2 into 3. How many total? 6 hydrogens are present, but in reactant side how many? 2 hydrogens are present. So we have to multiply 3 before this hydrogen molecule, so that 3 into 2 becomes 6 hydrogens. Now we have balanced the hydrogen atom in reactant and product side. Okay, now this chemical equation is completely balanced. Okay, now we will see next problem. Hydrogen sulfide, actually this is sulfide gas, burns in air to give water and sulfur dioxide. So see here, hydrogen sulfide. First we will write the chemical formula of hydrogen sulfide. H2S is the chemical formula of hydrogen sulfide. Already they have mentioned that it is a gas. So we will write gas. It burns in air. Okay, in air means obviously burning is supported by the oxygen. Okay, in air mixture of gases are present. So whenever they say in burns in air, we have to take the oxygen, because oxygen is the supporter of the burning reaction or combustion reactions. Therefore we have to take oxygen. Okay, again it is a gas. To give water and sulfur dioxide. Okay, we'll get water and sulfur dioxide. Okay, this is the H2O is the chemical formula of water and SO2 is the chemical formula of sulfur dioxide. This is liquid and this is gas. Okay, now we have to balance this chemical equation. See here, 2 hydrogens, here also 2 hydrogens. Next we will see sulfur. Here 1 sulfur, here 1 sulfur. See here 2 oxygen, but in product side here 1 oxygen, here 2 oxygen. Total 3 oxygen atoms are present. Okay, but in reactant side only 1 oxygen is present. So sorry, not 1, 2 oxygen atoms are present. Okay, so better, so we will multiply this, okay, this oxygen by 3. Exactly we don't know how to multiply, but just we are roughly we are multiplying. Okay, we will multiply this oxygen by 3. Okay, now count the number of oxygen atoms in reactant side. 2 into 3 into 2, 6 oxygen atoms are there, but here 3 oxygen atoms are there. So here we will, already here 2 oxygen atoms are there, here 1 is there. So it is very, if we multiply here, sorry, no, here we will multiply by 2. Okay, so we'll get 4 oxygen atoms. Here we have to multiply 2, not 3. So here becomes, here number of oxygen atoms becomes 4. Okay, so already here 2 oxygen atoms are there. So here 1 is there. So we will multiply here 2. So number of oxygen atoms in product side, okay, becomes 4. So see here, here 2 and here 2, 4. Here see here 4 oxygen atoms. Okay, now oxygen atoms are balanced. Now we will see number of hydrogen atoms. Here 2 hydrogen, but in product side 2 into 2, 4 hydrogens are there. So to equalize this number of hydrogens, here we have to multiply by 2. So 2 into 2, 4 hydrogen atoms are 4 hydrogen atoms in reactant side and 4 hydrogen atoms in product side. Now the number of sulfur atoms are imbalanced. See here, in reactant side 2 sulfur atoms, but in product side only 1 sulfur atom. Okay, so see here, here we have to multiply by 2. Okay, now here again number of these oxygen atoms are imbalanced. Okay, 2 into 2, 4. 4 plus 2, 6. Okay, so but here what happens? 4. So here better, here we multiply 3. Okay, so we'll get this. Okay, now total how many? 6 oxygen. Here also 6 oxygen. Here 2 sulfur. Here also 2 sulfur. Okay, like this we have to balance the chemical equation. Okay, sometimes so this kind of this method of balancing the chemical equation is known as trial and error method. Exactly we don't know how to by which number we have to multiply. Okay, roughly we have to do like this. Then finally we'll get the balanced chemical equation. Okay children, next we will see barium chloride reacts with aluminium sulfate to give aluminium chloride and precipitate of barium sulfate. See the chemical formula of this barium chloride. It is BaCl2. Okay, it is a solution, therefore we will write aqueous solution. It reacts with the aluminium sulfate. Chemical formula of aluminium sulfate is Al2 SO4 tries. Okay, again it is a aqueous solution. So this barium chloride reacts with the aluminium sulfate to form aluminium chloride. Again it is aqueous and a precipitate of barium sulfate. Chemical formula of barium sulfate is BaSO4. Already they have mentioned in the question, precipitate of barium sulfate. Therefore it is solid, and next to this we have to represent by precipitate formation is represented by downward arrow. Okay, here there is no place, that's why I have written here. Okay, see now whether the reaction is chemical equation is balanced or not. Okay, here 1 barium, here also 1 barium, here 2 chlorines, but here 3 chlorine atoms are there. Okay, also see here 2 aluminium, here 1 aluminium is there. Okay, now see the sulfate. Okay, whenever we write some ions inside the bracket, at that time we have to count the whole this number. Okay, here 3 SO4 okay anion is present. Okay, this SO4 sulfate ions, they are present. How many number? 3 sulfate ions are present. But see here in product side SO4 only 1 sulfate is present. Okay, so first we will start balancing with this aluminium sulfate. Okay, see here 4 SO4 sulfate ions are there here. So not 4, 3. Here 4 sulfate ions are there. Sorry, but 3 sulfate ions are there. But in product side only 1 sulfate ion is there. Okay, in reactant side 3 sulfate ions are there, but in product side only 1 sulfate ion is there. Okay, this is the 1 sulfate ion. So when we multiply this whole molecule by 3, here number of sulfate ion in product side becomes 3. Okay, here reactant side 3 sulfate ions are there. Now in product side also 3 sulfate ions are there. Okay, see now we will balance next we will balance the number of aluminium atoms. In reactant side 2 aluminium atoms are there, but in product side how many? Only 1 is there. So before this compound I will multiply 2. Okay, so that here 2 aluminium, here also 2 aluminium. Okay, now we have to balance this barium chloride. Okay, number of barium and chlorine atoms. In reactant side 1 barium is present, but in product side 3 barium atoms are present. So here I have to multiply 3. Okay, now count the number of chlorine atoms. 2 into 3. How many? 6 chlorine atoms are there in reactant side. Now see in product side. 2 into 3. Again here also 6 chlorine atoms are there. Now this chemical equation is completely balanced. Next we'll see one more example. Sorry, not example, one more question. Potassium metal reacts with water to give potassium hydroxide and hydrogen gas. Now we will write the chemical equation. Potassium metal, it is a metal, or okay, it's a solid. Metal is metal, all metals are solid except that mercury. Okay, the chemical symbol of this potassium metal is K. It reacts with the water. Water is liquid. Okay, it reacts with the water to form potassium hydroxide. KOH is the chemical formula of potassium hydroxide, and hydrogen gas is released. Okay, this is gas. Okay, KOH, this potassium hydroxide, it is in aqueous solution. Okay, now we have to balance this chemical equation. Okay, see here one potassium, here also one potassium. Next see 2 hydrogen atoms, here also here 2 plus 1, 3 hydrogen atoms are there. Okay, so here we have to multiply by 2. Okay, we will multiply this water molecule in the reactant side by 2. So how many hydrogen atoms are there now? 4 hydrogen atoms are there in reactant side, but in product side, how many are there? Only 3 are there. Okay, 2 here and 1 here. Okay, so to equalize the number of hydrogen atoms, here we have to multiply by 2. So here 2 hydrogen and here 2 hydrogen. Total 4 hydrogens are there in product side now. Okay, so here number of hydrogen atoms are balanced. Next see the oxygen. Okay, oxygen atom. Okay, 2O. 2 oxygen atoms are there in reactant side. See in product side, here also 2 oxygen atoms are there. Already number of oxygen atoms are balanced. Now see the potassium. Here 1 potassium, but in product side how many? 2 potassium atoms are there. So here we have to multiply by 2 so that number of potassium atoms in reactant and product becomes equal. Okay, now we balanced this chemical equation. So like this we have to first we have to write the chemical equation for the chemical reaction, and next we have to balance the chemical equation. Okay, see next question. Write the balanced chemical equation for the following reactions. Okay, sometimes questions may be asked like this. Okay, they will give the name of the reactants and products. Okay, they will give the chemical reaction like this. Okay, they will not give the chemical reaction in the form of their chemical symbols. In words they will give. So we have to write the chemical formula of reactants and products, and we have to balance these reactions. See here first question. Calcium hydroxide plus carbon dioxide gives calcium carbonate and water. Okay, now we will write calcium hydroxide. Chemical formula of calcium hydroxide is KOH twice. Okay, it is a aqueous solution. This reacts with the carbon dioxide. Chemical formula of carbon dioxide is CO2. It is a gas. Okay, when carbon dioxide gas is passed to the calcium hydroxide. Calcium hydroxide is nothing but it is a lime water. Okay, so we'll get calcium carbonate and it is a solid. We'll get a white precipitate. PPT is nothing but precipitate, and along with this we'll get water. This is a liquid. Okay. Now we have to balance this chemical equation. Now see, we will start with this compound. 1 calcium, here also 1 calcium. Here 2 oxygen. Okay, this is whole 2. Therefore 2 oxygen, and here also 2 oxygen. Total 4 oxygen in reactant side. Here you count in product side 3 oxygens. Here 1 oxygen. So 3 plus 1, 4 oxygen atoms are there. So already they have balanced. Okay. Next we will see hydrogen. Here 2 hydrogen. Okay. In product side 2 hydrogen. Okay. Already hydrogen atoms are also balanced. Next we will see the carbon. This compound, carbon dioxide. And this will first balance carbon. Okay. In reactant side 1 carbon. In product side also 1 carbon. Okay. Already oxygen atoms are balanced. So we have balanced this chemical equation. Okay. Next we'll see this zinc plus silver nitrate gives zinc nitrate plus silver. Okay. Zn is the chemical formula of the chemical symbol of this zinc metal. So it is a metal. It is a solid. It reacts with the silver nitrate. Chemical formula of silver nitrate is EgNO3. It is a solution. Therefore, so we will write aqueous. It gives zinc nitrate. Chemical formula of zinc nitrate is ZnNO3 twice plus silver. Okay, here silver is separated, therefore it is solid. It is aqueous. Now we have to balance the chemical equation. See here 1 zinc, here also 1 zinc. Next we will see silver. Here 1 silver is there, here 1 silver is there. Okay, now count the number of nitrogen atoms. Here 1 nitrogen. See here whole 2. Okay, therefore how many? 2 nitrogen atoms are there. Okay, here 2, here 1. Therefore this whole silver nitrate is multiplied by 2. Now count the number of silver atoms. Here in reactant side 2 silver, in product side, sorry, not silver. Now count the number of nitrogen. Okay, here 2 nitrogen, here also 2 nitrogen. Okay, nitrogen atoms are balanced. Now we will see this silver. Okay, here 2 silver, but here 1 silver. So here we have to multiply by 2. Okay, so next we'll see this one. We'll balance the oxygen. See here 2 into 3. How many oxygen? 6 oxygen atoms are there in reactant side. See here this NO3 whole twice. Okay, so already inside the bracket how many? 3 oxygen atoms are there. Here 2 into 3 becomes 6 oxygen atoms. Already they are balanced. Okay, like this we have balanced this chemical equation. See here zinc is a stronger metal. It is a stronger metal. Therefore zinc will displace this silver. Okay, so zinc will displace this silver. As a result, silver nitrate, here zinc nitrate is formed. Okay, it is an example for the displacement reaction. Again one more example. We'll see aluminium metal. It is a solid. It reacts with the copper chloride. Chemical formula of copper chloride is CuCl2. It is aqueous solution. Aluminium reacts with copper chloride solution to form aluminium chloride. AlCl3 is the chemical formula of aluminium chloride. It is aqueous and copper metal is separated. Okay, so we will write solid inside the bracket. Now we'll balance the first. We will balance chlorine atoms. Okay, see here 3 chlorine atoms are there, here 2 chlorine atoms are there. So to equalize this, we have to multiply. We have to multiply here 3 and we will multiply here 2. Okay, whenever like this, okay, here 2 and here 3 are there. Okay, so we have to cross multiply. Okay, we have to multiply this compound by 3 and this compound by 2, so that number of chlorine atoms are balanced. See, 2 into 3, 6 chlorine atom, 3 into 2, 6 chlorine atoms. In product side, 2 into 3, 6 chlorine atoms. Okay, so now chlorine atoms are balanced. Now we will balance this copper atoms. In reactant side, 3 copper atoms are there, but in product only 1 is there. So here we have to multiply 3. Now we will balance aluminium. Okay, here in product side 2 aluminium atoms are there, but in reactant only 1 is there. So here we have to multiply 2. Okay, like this we have to balance. Okay, this one you can do your own. Okay, no, we will do this one also. See here, this is also an example for the displacement reaction. Here this aluminium is stronger metal than, it is stronger than the copper. Therefore, this aluminium will displace this copper from copper chloride. Okay. See here, barium chloride reacts with the potassium sulfate to form barium sulfate and potassium chloride. Okay, we'll write the chemical equation first. Barium chloride, chemical formula of barium chloride is BaCl2. It is a aqueous solution. Okay, it reacts with the potassium sulfate. Chemical formula of potassium sulfate is K2SO4. Again, it is a aqueous solution. So products formed are barium sulfate. Chemical formula is BaSO4. It is a precipitate. Barium sulfate is a white precipitate. Okay. Next, one more product is formed, that is potassium chloride. KCl. Aqueous. This is the chemical formula of potassium chloride. Okay. Now we have to balance this chemical equation. Okay. See here one sulfur is there. Here also one sulfur is there. 4 oxygen atoms. Here also 4 oxygen atoms. Okay. But see here, potassium atom. Here 2 potassium atoms are there in product side, but in reactant side only 1 is there. So we have to multiply this whole compound molecule by 2. Okay. Now, okay, we have balanced this potassium atoms. Now we will balance this chlorine. Okay. See, in product side 2 chlorine atoms are there. Okay. In reactant side also 2 chlorine atoms are there. Already their number is balanced. Okay. Next we will balance this barium. Okay. Here 1 barium. Here also 1 barium. Okay. Almost all this chemical equation is balanced. Okay. See, if check any imbalanced means we have to balance like this. Okay. We have to check whether the number of atoms in reactant side and product side are balanced or not. Okay. See here, this is an example for the double displacement reaction. Double displacement reaction. Okay. Here this barium is displacing this potassium. Okay. So barium chloride on reacting with potassium chloride. Okay. It forms potassium sulfate. It forms barium sulfate and potassium chloride. Okay. Sometimes questions may be asked like this. Write the balanced chemical equation for the following reactions and identify the type of reaction in each case. Okay, see the difference here. In this question, they have also mentioned the physical state of the reactants and products. Okay, but in this question, they have not mentioned the physical state of the reactants and products. Okay, whenever problems will be given like this, okay, it's very easy to write if we know the chemical formula of the reactants and products. See, potassium bromide, chemical formula of potassium bromide is KBr. Potassium bromide is KBr. Okay, it is already they have given aqueous, so we will write as it is. This potassium bromide reacts with barium iodide. Chemical formula of barium iodide is BaI2. Again, it is a aqueous solution. We will write as it is. Okay, aqueous. Next, we'll see potassium. Potassium iodide is formed here when potassium bromide reacts with the barium iodide. Potassium iodide is formed. Okay. Chemical formula of potassium iodide is Ki. It is a aqueous solution. Along with this, barium bromide, Br2 is the chemical formula of barium bromide. It is a aqueous solution. So now we will balance this chemical equation. Okay. See here we'll start with this compound. Okay. Barium iodide. Here 2 iodine atoms are there, but in product side only one is there. So we have to multiply this whole compound by 2. Okay. Now we will balance. Now iodine atoms are balanced. Now we will balance this potassium. In product side 2 potassium atoms are there, but in reactant side only one potassium atom is there. So here we have to multiply by 2. So now number of potassium atoms in reactant and product side becomes equal, that is 2. Okay. So now count the barium. Okay, here 1 barium, here also 1 barium. Already they have balanced. Now check the number of bromine atoms. Okay, here 2 bromine, here also 2 bromine. Okay, one by one we have to check and we have to balance. Okay, like this we have to balance the chemical equations. You can do this problem your own. Okay, so by knowing the chemical formula of chemical compounds, we can easily write the chemical equations.